What's up, guys? Welcome to another Reezy Resells broadcast. In this video, it's a haul video. Surprise, it's a haul video. I went to the Goodwill bins today for the first time in Salinas, California, which is not too far from my house. I think it's like 30 miles or so. So it's like 30 minutes without traffic, 45 minutes with traffic. The reason I haven't been there before is because it's new. It's only been there for a month or so. It used to be here, moved over there, and it changed a lot. So the dynamics are a little different. Anyways, I went today with my friend Rob, Earth Chakra now on Instagram, if you follow him, and we went through all the books, and we didn't get much. We each got a couple books, nothing to write home about or whatever. But they also didn't bring any books out while we were there, so it wasn't a good sample of how good the books are there or not. But I did end up spending $22 on a myriad of other stuff, and altogether gross eBay sales value of the items that I have, I've looked up comps and done some research on it. It should be about $230, $245 or so. And I wanted to just basically share that with you guys. So I decided, why not do a haul video and share it with you guys. Give me a second right now. I'm sorry for lagging. I am getting the chat set up. I didn't have the chat set up. What's up, Tracy Thrift, T Taboo Thomas, Mary Wilson, Treasure Hustler, Bargain Shopping. Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in super late on a Sunday. I would have saved this haul video for tomorrow, but I'm doing my live show tomorrow at 6 p.m. So I figured I'm not going to have a ton of time. What's up, Liz? So first off, just smash the like button if you like this video. I know you're going to like it. It's going to be nice anyway. So let's get into it. I'll start off with some of the mild. I mean, I didn't get anything super duper fuego, but so it's $1.79 a pound or 99 cents a pound if you buy more than 10 pounds of items. So the first thing that I got was this little bumblebee hand puppet deal. Bzz, I'm a little bumblebee, the thrifty bumblebee. I found a few of these and I looked them up. Not a few bumblebees, but like a different animal or whatever. And it wasn't worth anything. But this one is going to go. This brand is Folk Tales, made by a company called Folk Manis. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the label. And this should go for 15 used. It should go for $15 shipped, and it weighs next to nothing. So it only costs a couple bucks to ship first class. So not a huge win, but needless to say, still a win for 99 cents a pound. You always got to pick up other stuff that can make you money while you're there anyways. Something else I grabbed was going through the ties. And when I say I grabbed, I mean me or Rosa. Rosa was there. She was helping me. We actually just had a good old time hanging out at the bins for 2 hours. I grabbed these 3 Tommy ties. Let me see, get them displayed properly for you guys. 3 Tommy ties, not like incredibly, the light looks really orange in here right now. Like, you see how pink I look? I'm not that pink. I'm a little bit more white. I don't know what's up with the lighting. So these are Tommy ties, made in America, 100% silk. And I thought it was actually cool that 2 of these have the flag logo. I did some comp research, and I didn't see a lot of ties with the flag logo, but I did see some used, excellent used condition Tommy ties with the flag selling for $9.99 with free shipping. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in a lot for $25 with free shipping for these 3, and hopefully those will do well for me. It'll cost next to nothing to mail, so yeah, worst case scenario, I guess I have some Tommy ties, but the comps are looking good on that. So here's another item that we picked up. This is a retro telephone, a reproduction push button rotary phone. Some of the comps said Pottery Barn on it, so I don't know if it's was exclusive to Pottery Barn or not. But I'm into old telephones. They sell really well on eBay. And if this would have worked, this would have been a solid $30 bill. But when we got home and plugged it in, unfortunately at the bins, there's only electrical outlets. There's no phone plugs for you to test anything. So when we got home and plugged this one in, it was super crackly and crappy. And so I'm just going to trash it, which sucks because it's pretty heavy. It probably weighs like 3 pounds. So I probably paid $3 for this or so. So that contributed to my 22 pounds of stuff that I bought. 22 pounds, 22 bucks or whatever. So I don't know. I might actually try and put this up as a as is movie prop and see if anyone wants to buy it. But I mean, it's not period authentic or anything. I don't know. You never know. I think I will list it as movie prop to see if I could get something out of it before I toss it. Online with that, I got this brown telephone, and this one works really good. This is it's not a trimline phone, but it's a trimline Princess model telephone. This brand is Pactel, and you can see this is the type where when you plug it in, the keys light up green. They're illuminated. You can hang it on the wall, or maybe this isn't a wall mount style. I guess this is just a desk one, not a wall mount one. I wonder now that I'm seeing that, if that would affect the pricing because it's not a wall mount one. It's just a desk one, apparently, because as you can see, and I just realized it won't stay on. So let me get my notepad because I did take some notes. No, it's not. Look, it's not a wall mount. Check it out. Just a desktop one. Why are you trying to sneak into my live, babe? Anyway, so that phone should go for about $30, and all these prices that I'm going to say are including shipping, just to make it easy. And I might be a little wrong on that phone because I just realized that it's only a desk mount and not a wall mount. I'm not actually certain if that contributes to the price greatly or not. Another thing I got is this desktop card game, Rivals of Catan. This is going to go for $20 to $30. And yes, I did count this to make sure all the cards and all the pieces were in here. What's up, Michael Peterson? So yeah, always want to check out these expensive, like what I would call nerd games, tabletop games, card games. If you look, I think, let's see if this has a retail price listed on it. It doesn't, but go into the nerd comic book shop store and check out what the prices are on this kind of stuff. It's pretty expensive. My brother plays a lot of these games, so I happen to know about some of them. I got this. I got a Sony discman. Let's see if I can get, I hate the lighting for this live shows. Sony discman with G protection. I'm assuming that means shock protection. And it got that digital mega bass, and it plays CDR and CDRW. So tested this, works great. This is the CD Walkman D-EJ011. You should always pick up Sony branded products when you see them, especially Discmans or tape cassette players or anything with the Walkman name on it. And check them all out. They have model numbers. They're very easy to look up. Sorry for that interruption. But this is going to be a solid $30 bill. Sony Discman with G protection. Yeah. So tone it down a little bit. Rosa found this little coin purse deal. And I didn't see a comp for this coin purse, but the brand is Dina and Aussie. And some of these actual purses were going for not a ton, but like $30. So I'm curious about this coin purse. I mean, it didn't weigh too much. And it's nice. It's not like missing any of the sequins or whatever, with a nice chain. I'm thinking maybe this will go for $10, maybe 15. I have no idea on this. This was kind of like a wild card. If not, Luna will just use this. Like, will be Luna's new purse, or maybe Rosa will take it. I don't know. It weighed next to nothing. So another item, this was a strikeout for me. I thought this was going to be super cool. I'll just put, this is a chick's jacket. I don't want to put this on. And it's a little wet. I did wash some of the clothing that we got. So I picked this up. This is a faux red leather Obey jacket with the like built-in sweatshirt. So the jacket buttons up, but the sweatshirt zips up. And let me show you guys the tag. Obey propaganda. And let's see. Over here you could see the dude. But like, so I saw this and I was like, oh shit, red jacket, and I picked it up and I was like, oh, obey. And I think at that point the rational part of my brain just disconnected and I just overlooked so many flaws on this jacket. And then and there was comps for like $25 on this jacket. It is kind of heavy, but there was not a lot of there wasn't a lot of completed sales either that ended like with no offers or whatever. So I was thinking maybe you could go a little bit more on it or whatever. But when I got home, I noticed that there was a bunch of like cracking on the faux leather. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. So I don't know how, but I didn't notice that when I was at the Goodwill. And I'm thinking this is just one of those things, like you get excited that you think you found something and then the rational part of your brain turns off. And as I get more experienced in sourcing clothes, I hope to make this mistake later. If anything, maybe Rosa could wear it or maybe Alyssa could wear it. It's kind of small though. This is a girl's medium, but this thing is super small. I'm going to put it on anyways. Let's see. Apparently I wear like girl's medium. This would have been a cool piece if it didn't have cracked faux leather. Super bummer. Super bummer hammer on that one, especially because it's heavy. This thing probably weighs... I need to get a better mic solution for when I'm doing these stand-up videos because as you can see, it sounds a lot better like this. Yeah, Rosa's the real G. I already told them you don't have to tell me to tell them.
Hey, I keep hearing you say, I found this.
Oh my God. Rosa had to step into the studio to make sure she got her credit. So, we got someone in the chat right here. FGG214 said, I seen you today at the outlet. I seen Rosa and Luna first. I was too shy to say hi, but love your vids. Thanks for the info. Awesome. Yeah, while I was at the outlet, a friend, a follower / like friend guy that I've interacted with before, he came up and said, hey, what's up? He's also a thrifter. And then there was someone, was it you, that was like across the room that was like, Reezy Resells is in the house. And then you didn't come over and say hi or anything. So I don't know if that was you or not, but hi. Don't like be shy. Feel free to come up and say, hey, I love saying hi to people. Anyways, that jacket was a total bomb. I didn't make any money on that jacket at all. But you live and you learn, right? I learned, and like the more and more I do that, I'll become more aware that, oh yeah, the lighting here sucks. Like make sure you check for flaws. I need to put that into my brain of after I find something, I'm like, okay, this is good. Comps are good. Let's look at if there's any flaws, or maybe I should look at the flaws first before I look up the comps, just so I can waste less time. I don't know. I'll get more efficient and I'll figure it out. I found another jacket that's pretty tight though. So this, I'm gonna put this one on real quick for you. I'll show you the tag first. So this is Cabin Creek, a vintage 80s windbreaker. Cabin Creek with the pink lining on the inside. And then the outside is teal. And then just for no reason at all on this sleeve, there's a triangle with a rectangle patch, and it's not on the other side. This thing is fly. Like, if this doesn't sell, I would rock the hell out of this. This thing is gangster city right here. Like, what's good? Like, what got me that vintage 80s jacket? This thing's pretty light, so I paid like $1 or $2 for this. And I'm assuming, not assuming, I checked, there was not any comps for this exact jacket. There is someone who has this exact jacket listed right now for $25. Buy it now with free shipping, but they didn't use proper keywords, not the keywords that I would use anyways. So I don't know. It's cool. Neon, pink, teal, retro, purple jacket. I like it. Anyway, so that should go for about $25. If not, at least I like it, right? That's a good thing that I learned when I first got into reselling stuff a long time ago, is that when you're unsure of items, but you like it yourself, that makes it like a safe buy, because worst case scenario, you're going to have an item that you like and you got it for really, really cheap. Here's something so while I was there, they pulled out a new bin of shoes and everyone went crazy on the shoes. And so, I had to go over there and poke my head in and see what the fuss was all about. And I didn't do too much digging around, but I saw these shoes while I was there. And this is a Bolo, if you see this. So this brand is Pilot Eye or Pilati or something like that. But anyways, the reason I grabbed these shoes, I'll just tell you because it's not like I knew this brand or anything, is because they're like leather suede, and they look like technical shoes. They look like these shoes are made for doing something with, right? They're not fashion. They're like, at first I probably thought they were climber shoes, but then I noticed there was tread. They weren't, super smooth on the bottom, and they're not worn out, right? Like all the tread is still there. They're leather. And then so I looked on the inside, and you could see it says, let me see if I could get it to where you guys could see it. Hold on. It says driving shoes. And so I was like, oh, I grabbed them and I looked them up, and apparently these are shoes made for race car drivers or for people that drive long distances. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of research, but I know that in this condition, these shoes will sell for about $40, which is pretty cool. So if you guys see that brand, keep an eye out for it. Some of you guys probably know more than I do about this stuff, and I would appreciate if you would comment down below to help the squad out. You can see these have a tag on them for $5.99. They were originally supposed to be sold at the Goodwill for $5.99, and they didn't get purchased, so they ended up at the outlet where I purchased them for, I don't know, $3. They might weigh 3 pounds. I don't know, $2 to $3. But even at $6, they would have been a good deal. So there's deals to be had that people are missing out on. Let me go back to the chat. I got one more item to show you guys. Oh, Louisa Lawrence says faux jackets crack when you wash it. So I wonder if I cracked the jacket myself because I did wash it. I washed stuff after I brought it home. So maybe that was my bad. So I shouldn't wash faux jackets, guys. Is that a pro tip you're giving me? Don't wash faux jackets. Oh, man, yeah. I noticed some flaws, too. Liz Kellogg says, I sometimes don't notice flaws until I'm photographing and the item is in the lighting. Still frustrating. Yes, that's happened to me, too. I had 10 items that I was photographing recently, and at least 3 or 4 of them I had to just trash because they had major flaws. Not like little flaws, but like dime-sized holes or grease stains or missing buttons that were like specific to the garment. Let's see. Oh, Maria Rivas said she found a Coogee sweater there last time I went. In Salinas? Damn you, Maria. Sell me that Coogee, Maria. In case you guys don't know, the quickest way to get on my good side is to send me a Coogee sweater. I only got one. I need to up my collection up. Yeah, so let's see. And then the final item that I found on the list today, let me check my prices to make sure I have it down. And I didn't find this. Rosa found this. I went through all the books. I came up to Rosa. She had a cart of crap. We went through it, and then we went through a bunch of more stuff together and found some more stuff. But boom, check this out. If you guys don't know what these are from the 90s, I believe. This is a vintage caboodle makeup organizing kit. It's like the girls' tackle box for storing makeup. It's essentially a fisherman tackle box, but for storing makeup. These are from the 90s, I believe, maybe the 80s, early 90s. And this is like a really cool pink color with like white mixed in with the color. So it's like that whitewashed pink. And it's in excellent condition, like super good condition. This is the model 2630, which I just learned you can look up the model on the inside of them. And this is going to go for about $50, even though it's used. If it was new with tags, they could go for like 70 or upwards of even more. So let me show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm not a chick. So yeah, it's a 2-tier makeup organizer with a built-in mirror setup. You can see my ring. That mirror needs to be cleaned. But look at the quality on the inside. All the hinges are good. Everything's legit. It just has this little sticker residue here and some blue dye here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get out. But this is in really, really good condition. and this will go for about 50 bucks. Now it is kind of large and a little heavy, so I'm sure the shipping on this is going to be a bummer, like into $20 but still profit-wise, 30 bucks for this, which is totally worth it and totally cool. Sometimes you find stuff at the thrift or at the bins or whatever, and you're like, how is this still sitting out here? Like, how did no one see this or not know about this? And I guess, some people would see this and just think this is just like a case or something. But even though I'm a dude, like, I know this is that vintage caboodle. Yeah, solid find. That was the best find of the day, maybe. I mean, at least the one that I'm the most hyped on, I guess. The racing shoes were cool. I mean, everything was cool. The CD player was really cool because it's super small, and that will sell for 30 bucks. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully you can find some value in the items that I found that are worth value. I can put that data into your mental database so that next time that you're out thrifting, you can see these items, because you can only see what you know about when you're thrifting for stuff. It's not like books where you scan every single book and you pull out the good ones. You don't have time to look up every shirt, every dress, every pair of shoes, every telephone, every whatever. But you can remember in your head what they look like, and then they will pop out at you when you're at the thrift, and then you can hopefully make some profit on it. Mark Corbett says, your daughter would love the caboodle, and she definitely would. She was already trying to put stuff in it like she thought she was keeping it. She's definitely not going to keep it. What was on the tag for care? I didn't see that. Oh, for the jacket, I didn't wash it. Rosa washed it. I'm assuming she read the tag, so I don't know. Reyes says, are you a millionaire yet? Nope, definitely not. Just because I sold $4 million worth of stuff, $4 million in gross sales, over $4 million in the last 12 years, doesn't make me a millionaire. That's not the way business works. There's fees, overhead, employees, and not to mention that was a 12-year time period. So I'm definitely not a millionaire. And if that's what you're looking for, a millionaire, then you might want to go to a different YouTube channel. But I haven't worked for anyone for almost 13 years now. I've worked for myself and been into pursuing my passion the last couple of years, doing YouTube and teaching people, and now traveling and doing speaking gigs and getting back into making videos, which I really love to make videos. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Strippers use those for makeup boxes. I mean, dancers makeup. Keyword, dancers makeup. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Aether Martian says, still wishing to see you and Posh Hanger doing a live chat. Hit her up on Instagram and let her know. I've been trying to get Posh Hanger on YouTube for probably a year plus now, and she just is having difficulty getting down with it. I even told her, just start uploading your Instagram stories. They're solid. Not everyone tunes in to catch them, So we'll see. I'll give her another push. I'll let her know you said so. Let's see. What else do we got? How are the books there? Did you scan them? They have tons of them. I went through about 3,000 books and I found 3 of them, which it wasn't worth showing. It wasn't really exciting. It's not like I can go look at this book. You might find one. It's a book, right? So it wasn't really amazing, but they didn't have a book rotation while I was there, so I do not know. Let's see. I'm not a dancer, but I like my caboodle. Treasure Hustler says there's some on eBay right now for only $24.99, the exact one you have. What are you talking about? Put a link in the chat, please. I would like to check it out. Or DM me a link on Instagram, because maybe I'm not as good at eBay research as I think I am. Let's see. Steve FL says your Medium article was great, by the way. Thank you so much, Steve. I put a lot of my soul into that article. I appreciate you for reading it. California cost of living is high, too. Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. Where I live, the median home price is $1 million. That's like the average home price. VMAX says, maybe too personal, but why rent your place instead of buying? So just in the last year or so, we decided we wanted to get into buying a house. And so we focus on getting our credit score up like much higher so we can get a better like loan rate or whatever. Because I never really knew too much about credit and how to have good credit. I didn't like have a bunch of credit cards when I got out of high school or whatever. and I never had a co-signer on anything or whatever. The Audi is the first real loan that I've ever had. But everyone always told me that the market was really high. So we were just waiting for the market to come down and checking out stuff. And then our landlord at our last house was like, oh, we're renovating. You guys got to move. So we moved to a new place. So like we want to buy, but we ended up having to move. So now we're renting again. But in the last 7 years living at our last house is when we decided that we did want to buy. But previously, up until maybe 5 years ago, we didn't even have the option to buy. And then when we looked into it, I didn't know my credit score wasn't that great. Not because of not like doing good, but just because of not using it so much. Even though we do have credit that we use for the business, that didn't reflect for me personally. And so then I started working on building up my credit. Now my score is in the 700s, have zero debt, and getting a home loan is a reality for us. But once again, where I live, houses are like $1 million plus. So like a shack is like 600 grand. So it's just like, it's hard finding one that you like. We're probably actually going to end up moving to somewhere that's cheaper so that we can get a home that we would like to keep for a decent amount of time that we would like. But I have a daughter who's a senior in high school right now, and I don't want to move and do her dirty like that on her senior year moving somewhere. So it's kind of lame. The flea market here is actually pretty good. There's a flea market every weekend. 90,000 for our house. Damn, that wouldn't even get us a down payment here, Susan. Hollister is cheap. Yeah. I don't know if I would move that far. I would probably move north a little bit. I want to stay close to the coast because I really like the weather. I can't stand the heat, and I also don't like it too cold. So maybe north a little bit, maybe south a little bit, stay close to the coast, maybe like inland a little bit, like 10 miles, but close to the coast. Fox's Treasure Chest says, question, do you wrap your books with anything or send them in raw? Send them in raw in FBA box, 2 FBA in boxes. It won't let me send a web address, so I'm going to spread it out. Cool. I appreciate that. I'll copy it and open it up in a URL so that I can check it out. Sacramento. Oh my God, Sacramento's so hot. I don't know if I could live there. Very, very hot. Very, very hot. Don't come to Phoenix then, Liz said. Yeah, no, I can't stand the heat. So here where I live in Santa Cruz, like if it gets into 80, it's in the news. Like, oh my God, it was 80 degrees. It's usually about 65 to 75 around here, like 65, 73, something like that. Like you could wear a sweatshirt if you wanted to, but if you don't have one, that's fine. Like it's just perfect temperature. It's funny how you adjust to the climate you live in, though. I lived in Kansas, and in Kansas in the summer, it's like 105 plus. In the winter, it's like icy cold. There's tornadoes and stuff. My friend Rob just came up from Orange County and visited for the weekend, and he was freezing the whole time here. I'm in shorts and a T-shirt, and he's like, I'm freezing, bro. Let's go. I got to get in the car. Super funny how you adapt to where you live. Cool. I got that link copied. I'm going to check that out. I sent in books with no covering, and they bent all up. You got to pack them properly, right? What up, Zen Flips? You might want to rewind it. I just did a little haul video if you're just tuning in on the live show. But pretty much, I think I'm Reezy said, check the red phone for tab. What do you mean for tab? X Stussy1 says, Reezy, check the red phone for tab. I don't know what that means. But when I plugged it in, it was super crispily, crackly. It did not sound good. Arios says, do you regret not going to college? No, I dropped out of high school in 10th grade. School is not for me, man. The same way that I felt in school, like sitting there in class, I already knew the answers. There's no way I could sit, like killing my soul sitting there in a classroom and listening to a teacher speak. Like all I wanted to do was leave class, go buy some bottled water or sodas, and then go walk up and down the beach and sell them for like $1 each and make money, and then go to the arcade and play video games, like, or go skateboarding or whatever. Like going to school killed me. I was not made to go to school, right? Like it was super painful. I felt the same way every day in my life that I worked for someone else. Terrible, super terrible. And now that I know what you can do on your own as an entrepreneur in the online space and what you can do with social media, YouTube, like building a personal brand, doing what I'm doing right now, and especially like doing good things, helping the world and helping people while you're doing it. I'm so happy. I would never ever go back. I'm super glad I didn't go to college because it's not meant to be. Like I wasn't built for that. Like I can't really explain it, but like I would never want to go to college. Like if there's something that I wanted to learn, I would like to learn one-on-one with a mentor, with like a person, not going to college. Like I'll just read a book and figure it out. Like I don't need to go to school. I really don't think anyone needs to go to school. Like there's certain things. You want to be a brain surgeon, you want to be a doctor, you want to do this or that. Like, yeah, you might want to go to school, but if you want to get into the film industry, don't go to school. Spend your money on film equipment and start making films and get your work in, put in your 10,000 hours. You want to be a video game programmer. Don't go to school. Learn how to code, get your ass in the basement and start writing some code. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be an artist? Don't go to school. Just start making art and network with other artists and learn techniques and trades and get better and better and mentor underneath someone or apprentice or whatever. Like, school is a huge racket. It's a huge racket. They're just trying to get everybody for it's just gnarly. School is gnarly. Susan says you wrap your books in bubble wrap. No problem. Definitely not worth it. That's a huge waste of time. No, that phone, the brown phone, does not have a tab to be hung up on the wall. Susan says that breaks this teacher's heart. Yeah, but the thing is, Susan, there's a lot of kids that are basically too smart for the public school system. They get left behind because there's kids that can't even read still in 4th grade. And there's kids like me that are reading college level books in 4th grade. So if you're that smart in 4th grade, get the hell out of the school and just get into the real world and start figuring it out. If you're that kid that's in 4th grade that still can't read, I would like to blame that on your parents for not giving you as much attention, because in America with public school, parents think that, they don't have to teach their kids. They just put them in the system and the school will teach them. That's not true. You got to teach your kids. They're your little samurais, and you got to teach them everything you know about the way of Kung Fu. That way they can, make it in the world, right? Like upgrade, like through your knowledge of your lineage or whatever. But a lot of people don't, right? So if you're in 4th grade and you don't know how to read, maybe you should stay in school. Maybe you need to just like keep going with it or whatever. But at a certain age, you know how the world works. You need to start putting it into practice. Are you still making money on eFlip? Yep. Regarding eFlip, a seller tool actually just released an eFlip competitor, and it's free for now. It's in beta. So I got it in an email, the link to it. I don't know if you can go to their website and find out what the link is or whatever, but it's free and it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Red Rocket TV says 10,000 hours. Exactly. Put in your 10,000 hours. School doesn't matter. Like, when it's all about what can you do and who do you know? That's all that matters. Because if you get a job based off your school, they're like, cool, we know you can jump through hoops. We know you can arrive on time when the bell says and get your work done. But now we're going to teach you how we do it here at this operation. And it's always going to be like that. So if you already know how to produce and you can produce for someone, that's the key. The networking, to know the people, to be a good person, to get people to give you a chance or a shot, to trust in you. That's the key, not this piece of paper, which is just debt for most people. Let's see. Question, Mr. Rees, is there any way you can make these videos closed captioning? Yeah, most of my videos do have closed captioning, just the automatic YouTube subtitles. I try to speak pretty clearly, so I'm sure they're about 90% accurate. But obviously on live, it's not going to be there. You have to wait a couple hours till the YouTube algorithm adds the closed captioning. I do have some few followers of mine that are deaf that have pointed that out to me. And so I do make an effort to add manual subtitles on certain videos that I know YouTube will have a hard time getting the subtitles right. Let's see. I prefer listening to podcasts to continue my education on my time. Yeah, that's awesome. I do a podcast as well, guys. Obviously, a video like this is not going to get put to podcast because it started out as a haul video and now it's kind of turning into an AMA. Reezy, open up your videos to community contributed closed captions that have a video on it. Okay. I'll definitely turn that on. Treasure Hustler says everything you need to know is on the internet. It is really, guys. It is. That's why it boggles my mind when people ask me simple questions because, like, I'm here to help you guys. I love to help you. But if you're not demonstrating that you want to help yourself first, I feel slighted, like as if you're not trying to lift a finger. If you're not trying to put the work in to help yourself, why should I put the work in? Because arguably my time is worth more, right? Like, no offense, just like what I can produce with my own time, it's just not fair to be. If your answer is Googleable, if you Google what your question is and the answer comes up like within like the top half of the page, that's not a good question. Let's see. Liz said, my hubby got into the auto industry out of high school, no college degree. When I was teaching, he made more than 3 times I did with a bachelor's degree, and I have student loans still. See? Exactly. Liz knows what's up. That's what I understand now, that like if you're a teacher, you're doing it for the love of being a teacher. At least if you're in the first half of your tenure before you've been like worn out by like bad kids like me, because I was a quote unquote bad kid. But if that's your passion, that's your passion. My wife's passion is music and teaching music. She wants to make sure that music still exists in the education system because it changed her life in 4th grade when they were like, okay, kids, go get a music instrument. It's time to learn a music instrument. And that changed her life. She's now a career musician and she has her associate's degree and she's going on to get her bachelor's degree to pursue music education. And that's kind of one of the things, that luxuries that we've been able to afford through my success in online selling, is that she doesn't have to work. She's able to pursue her passion and go to college and get that degree because that's what she wants to do, not necessarily because she's going to make a ton of money doing it, but because it's what she wants to do, what she believes in, and what she thinks is right. Let's see. Shout out to Ballant Kulaks over here in London. He just says good morning. He just woke up, guys. We're up late on live. He just woke up. Treasure Hustler said, I had to teach my grandpa about Google just so that he could answer his crazy questions. Now he loves it and does it anytime he's curious about anything. That's so awesome, dude. That's so awesome. Love it. Old Dirty Thrifter Woo Clan. What up, yo? Swartznot3 says, Mr. Reezy, I view you as a fulcrum, and we ourselves still need to manipulate the lever to gain the leverage we need to succeed. You got to, guys. You got to leverage everything that you got in your ability to leverage. Like, that's one thing I learned from being neglected, like attention-wise, and also growing up really poor, is that I learned at a very young age to take every chance I could take. I don't care about making mistakes. I got nothing to lose. I'm already on the bottom. Make a million mistakes. I'll take every chance. Like, I think maybe one of the first things I learned about taking chances was like talking to girls. And then like you'd see a girl and you might never see her ever again. Not like a girl at school, like a girl at the amusement park. I grew up by an amusement park. And I'd be like, she's only here for today. I might never see her again. Might as well say, hey. And you just have to learn to get over it, like, wish we had Instagram back in the day. We didn't have nothing. You had to have pen pals or actually call people on the telephone if you weren't grounded. Let's see. You want to be the ghost face picker? All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to draw out this whole video any longer than it has to be. Let's see. Rios has one more question. Is it worth it to do YouTube professionally? Is it bringing in good money? It's not bringing in amazing money. I think at like $700 a month off of YouTube, but it's taken me like 2 years to get to this point, to build up an audience and to finally understand like how to do YouTube a little better. It's definitely not, it's a decent amount of money, but it's not a ton. I could make way more money if I spent that time in reselling and doing those types of things. But the thing is, I like doing this. This is my passion. I like speaking. I like helping people, and I like making videos. So this is not essentially, I'm not making a video right now, but I am speaking and I'm helping people, and I like being on camera. So like wrap that all up. And I think that's my passion, is like being a public speaker, helping people, motivating people, inspiring people, telling people like, look, I came from here and I did it. You can definitely do it. Like, and then like the next level, like once you can like do this to like break yourself free from your 9 to 5, then you can chase your passion and your dreams on like using social media as a tool to achieve it. And anybody can really do it. There's still a lot of available white space. And because let's face it, guys, making money is not a passion. That's just a means to an end. Money is a vehicle that can take you places, but where do you want to go? You know what I mean? Everybody has a different type of car they want to drive, different amount of money that makes them comfortable. But you need to know what you want to do in the end. Where are you going? Like, some people will say reselling is my passion. I don't believe them. People will be like, selling shoes is my passion. Flipping books is my passion. I don't believe them. You need to dig deeper into yourself to understand what your true passion is. Like, if today was the last day on earth, would you do what you're about to do? Would you go pick stuff at the Goodwill to sell online? Would you go get shoes, or would you do something else? Because that thing that you would do, that other thing that truly makes you happy, that you can do for hours on end and you lose track of time and you don't even go to the bathroom or drink water, that's the thing. That's the thing. Combine that with helping people and what people are willing to pay you for, and like put it all together, and that's your passion. And that's really what you need to chase. Like, don't chase money, chase your dreams and your passion. You know, manifest your dreams, make actionable steps towards them. But making money is not a passion. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Wholeheartedly. Yeah. Mark Valiant said, are you wearing one of your own designs? This is a shirt from my coffee brand. If you guys don't know, I do a coffee channel on YouTube as well, and Instagram. It's This Super Spro Bros, where we teach the average Joe how to become a super spro bro. And we have like a Mario times like theming or whatever branding. But basically we just teach you how to care about coffee and not drink instant Folgers stuff that's not good, how to drink good coffee, how to know about it, how to make espresso at home, all that good stuff. And this is a shirt that I designed. It's like a Supreme ripoff. Yeah, so I made it on Amazon merch, or I bought it from my Amazon merch. It's not public or whatever. It's just a private design because I was worried if it would get like a trademark infringement on Supreme for using their font and their like styling or whatever. Either way, it's cool though. Music teacher rocked. Those teacher was the best teacher I had. Yeah, right. All my kid Alyssa, all she does is music. Like, this is her senior year, and she joined band this year, and they put her straight into varsity band, and they're like, we need clarinets. And so she grabbed a clarinet, never played it at all, and learned clarinet this summer. And then now she just moved up a chair. I think she's like second chair clarinet in band or something. So pretty cool. It's awesome to see her having a passion and going after stuff as well. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end this. I could go on for hours and hours. I need to drink water. I do have some more of these Reezy Resells water bottles available. If you guys want to pick one up, they're $25 plus shipping. I'll put a link down below. They're 40 ounces. They're double wall stainless steel with a flip top with a straw. So it's not plastic. Like, it's good quality. It keeps your water cold for a long time. And everybody needs to drink water. Like, on your day of hustling, if you drink 2 Reezys of water, 80 ounces, you're good. You're ahead of like 95% of Americans. Anyways, they're limited. There's only 120. There's 75 left. And I would love for you guys to pick up a Reezy Resells water bottle. Link down there. I will ship them out the next day. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.